The man only broke a box of eggs, but he saw the eggs on the ground turn quickly into fried eggs. When he looked up, he was stunned. The road cracked open before his eyes. Terrified, he jumped into his small electric car and sped away from the dangerous place. The next second, the ground behind him exploded. The fire rose and twisted into a flaming tornado that destroyed the nearby buildings. To survive, he kept driving forward, but the road ahead was also unsafe. Explosions ripped through the streets, and the tall buildings damaged by the fire began to collapse. At that time, a jeep behind him was blocked by his small car. The driver kept honking the horn, but the man was too afraid to move aside. In the next second, the jeep was crushed by a falling building. The man had no choice but to push forward. Soon, his windows fogged up. He wiped the glass in panic and almost crashed into another car. Luckily, his driving skill saved him, and he stopped without harm. At last, he noticed the air outside cooled down again. Filled with doubt, he opened the door and stepped out. The sight before him made his back go cold. Flames had swallowed the whole city, and all who had not escaped were lost in the fire. Yet the disasters did not stop. They spread across the world. On a busy street, giant hail suddenly struck. Many people fainted from the blows. Some tried to hide inside buildings but still died in the storm. Cars on the road were smashed and ruined. At the same time, on a beach, a wave of cold air spread fast toward the land. People ran, but in an instant, they all froze into ice statues. The few survivors ran in terror, afraid they would also turn to ice. In the blink of an eye, the cold air reached the highway. Birds froze in midair and fell from the sky. A woman who had escaped thought she was safe, but in the next moment, she fell into despair. A frozen plane dropped from the sky and, with its force, crashed straight into a tall building. Meanwhile, a coastal city faced a giant tsunami. People on the beach scattered and tried to flee, but there was no way out. Soon the tsunami swallowed the whole city. In the desert, an old man riding a camel never dreamed that he would drown in a tsunami there. The cause of all these disasters was humanity itself. 3 years earlier, people had destroyed the environment without care. That brought melting glaciers, floods, tornadoes, and other extreme weather. In only a few days, countless lives were lost. To stop more tragedy, world leaders held emergency meetings. After the hard work of many scientists, they built satellites that could control the weather. Many satellites were launched into space, and together they formed a global network. From then on, extreme weather was controlled. People thought disasters would never return. But 3 years later, something strange happened. In a desert where the temperature reached 40 degrees, frost appeared. When soldiers entered the small town there, they found that all the people had turned into ice statues.